Good morning, Mr. Snowden,
members of the board,
faculty,
family,
friends,
students, class of 2014.
Also, a special acknowledgement of our 4 retiring members of staff who are leaving SMU with us.
Who are probably just as eager to leave as we are.
I'm Lydia.
I'm Adam.
And it is an honor to stand here before you today and address you all.
Thanks for being here and putting up with us.
Adam is going to kick things off for us. Please, Adam.
Well now, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Not the valedictorian speech, but the end of this ceremony. So I'll try to make things quick. First, I'd like to thank the teachers. Without you and without your steadfast support, we never would have made it this far. I'd like to thank the administrators for somehow keeping us organized. I'd like to thank the groundskeepers for keeping our school as clean and as beautiful as it is. Most importantly, I'd like to thank the staff at Tim Hortons for always being there at 10:40 on Wednesdays and Fridays. Class, remember when we were stressing and sifting through a dozen university web pages? Teachers, do you remember consoling and supporting those students? Parents, do you remember giving birth to legends? Because you did. Every acceptance and award you received, class, you earned. You worked your hand to the bone, and you should feel proud of that. Teachers, we couldn't have done it without you. Your guidance was invaluable. Parents, we appreciate you more than we ever like to admit. To you, my sweet, sweet grade 11s, I know you think you can top what we've done this year. But as mentioned before, we took home the Hidley boot. We zealously devoted a week to Harry Potter. We led the charge, not me, I wasn't a part of it. We led the charge on the school musical, one of the best in years, and thoroughly oiled up for the fashion show, which, if you may have guessed, was also one of the best in years. To call our class unique would be a monumental understatement. That would be like saying the swimming pool at St. Michael's is just a little bit late. Or like saying the chairs in the science building are just a little bit cramped. All of those statements are underwhelming and do not give us justice. I'd hate to lie and bombard you with a bunch of untrue cliches like, I'm so glad we all grew up friends, or we were such a unified community. So what I'm going to say is the truth, or as far as I can understand it. We were all very different people, but that in no way was a bad thing. I'm pleased to say that mindless conformity never existed in our grad class. Everyone was who they were, unashamed, unafraid, and supported by close friends. I wouldn't be surprised if half of the faculty said, well, thank God they're gone, and the other half said, well, I'm going to miss them. I wouldn't be surprised if they were talking about completely different portions of the grade. Everyone had their own group of friends, as these things usually turn out. But there were no hard feelings. On the contrary, I think we're rather proud of it. There were times this year when the stress of it all just made you want to do something crazy like punch a wall that then requires emergency surgery. But when those moments came, they were soothed by the laughter you'd hear coming from the grad corner, soothed by Mr. Cordell's voice at the Christmas assembly, soothed by the ridiculously awesome dance videos from Michael and Michael, and were soothed by the fun facts you'd hear every Monday. You can lie to others, but you can't lie to yourself. Some of those you found pretty interesting. As the end of the year rolled around, I'm glad we still followed the rules. Namely, no food in the library, signing out if you're a boarder, signing out if you're a day student, perfect uniform, and perfect attendance. Not once did I ever hear someone say, yeah, I can afford to skip that class. The grad class of 2014 was something different. I think we were fiercely passionate, strong-willed, ambitious, and did only exactly what we wanted to do. We didn't need to be brought down the smooth driveway in a stretch limo to have the best school year ever. No, we created it ourselves. Rock on, class of 2014. You're all going to do great things. Guaranteed. They're all yours, Lydia.
Thank you, Adam. Allow me to speak to one particularly memorable day spent with all of you. Valentine's Day 2014. Tradition has been that on Valentine's Day every year, grade 12s go see a movie in the afternoon. This year, however, instead of going to the cinema, we chose to go ice skating. Perhaps it was an effort to burn off all the chocolate and cinnamon hearts we'd eat that day. Among our many good qualities, we are also health conscious. With 145 students, there were just enough skates to go around. Unfortunately, when I got to the kiosk, they were out of girls' figure skates in my size. So I was encouraged to try boys' hockey skates. Little did I know what a challenge skating in unfamiliar footwear would be. Once we finally tied our skates, we headed out to the rink. I watched the rest of you on the ice. Friends, hand in hand, gliding round the rink. Guys playing hockey at the far end, others chatting by the boards. I picked out Wilfred from Malaysia on skates for his very first time, stumbling along with friends. I pushed off the boards to go for a glide, and that's when I realized I had no idea what I was doing. I couldn't figure out how to pick up speed. And I did my best penguin impression and thought I was getting somewhere when I found out Wilfred was lapping me. Lapping! His first time on the ice, he was doing better than me. What was more, I kept hearing the whoosh, whoosh of Jen Park speed skating around the rink. I knew we were an accomplished class with many hidden talents, but little did I know we even have speed skaters in our midst. Inspired by Jen, I went for it. I pumped my legs and at last had the hang of skating. The day ended in the sweetest way possible when Isabella and Sun Min handed out candy bags. Conveniently, the Grad 2014 skating trip has provided me with a metaphor for the St. Michael's University School experience as a whole. At the rink that day, we adjusted differently to the ice, and just like when entering senior school, not all of us found our feet equally quickly. Being a student is a balancing act in which we juggle academics, extracurriculars, friends, and evening prep, a task that rivals balancing on millimeter-thin blades of steel. Thankfully, we have not been alone in our quest to master the metaphorical ice rink that is SMUS. We have had loyal fans and stellar coaches. Our families provided metaphorical thermoses of hot chocolate and warmed our metaphorical mitts in the dryer before driving us to the Richmond campus. After a bad game of academic hockey, they'd assure us that the provincial exams were clearly rigged and next time we were sure to win. Our teachers could always be found at our metaphorical arena, bright and early, ready for us at 8:10 every day. They were the ones who spelled out new game plans, gave us 2-minute penalties when we misbehaved, and encouraged us to keep skating when our parents or families weren't around. Our school has been a rink where we have been able to grow into individuals, scholars, athletes, musicians, comedians, loyal friends, explorers, and learners. Gliding, playing, shuffling, falling, speeding round and round SMUS with all of you has been a pleasure. This has been our practice time, surrounded by family, teachers, friends. Today, We will untie our skates, hang our toques or grad caps at the door. We will walk out into the daylight of a new arena, the big, round world. I look forward to seeing what shoes we will fill, what skills we will acquire, and who we will support along the way. Good luck in the big leagues. Thank you.
I hope everyone has a good Father's Day.
I hope everyone had a great 4 years.
And that the next 40 are even better.
Thanks.
Thank you.